Hello, friends. I think this is working. Give me a second to understand. All right, I'm live. There are 0 people here. So I'll wait a couple seconds. Cool, there's 1 person here. Cool, get started. Very nice. All right. Hello and welcome to the Metro Self Gymnastics Academy online class where we do online classes. Gosh. Cool. Remember, before we get started, make sure you have plenty of wide open space. Now, you want to be able to spin around and flail your arms all over the place if you must. We're not necessarily going to do that, but maybe we will. Who knows? Be careful of anything above you. I have a ceiling fan right here. Be careful of that. Be careful of chairs, windows, and dogs, or cats, or hamsters, or guinea pigs. I don't know. What do you have? A lizard, perhaps? Maybe a snake. Moving on. So, next thing you have to make sure you have is something soft to practice on. So, if you have hardwood floors like I have, I am using a panel mat. However, I understand panel mats are not accessible to everyone, so you're going to use a yoga mat or a rug or a carpeted floor. Just try and avoid using a hardwood floor for now. We'll get there. Cool. Now, why don't we get started with a warm-up? Let me adjust the camera just a little bit. Cool. All right, step 1, what you have to do is you have to go and grab either your favorite toy or your favorite stuffed animal or something, I don't know, something that is safe to jump over. I got this here Jigglypuff. So everyone knows you can safely jump over a Jigglypuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to place your Jigglypuff on the ground in front of you, like so. It may fall over, that is okay. You're going to bring your arms up by your ears and you are going to jump over the Jigglypuff, like this. Jump, just like that. Now, when we do this jump, both feet are together, arms are in front of us. Bend your knees a little bit, and then you swing your arms forwards to jump over. We're not going for distance, we're just trying to go over. Try and do that 10 times. Ready? Get started. What you're going to do is you have to make sure you're pushing through your toes every time you jump. Don't land 1 foot at a time, so I don't want any skipping like that or anything like that. Make sure your feet stay glued together and you're using your arms, swinging forward. Good job. That was probably 10 maybe. Now you're going to stand next to your Jigglypuff, assuming you're also using a Jigglypuff, and you're going to do ski jumps. You have to do 20 of these, jumping back and forth, over and over and over, as fast as you can. This is pretty much the same thing. You got to keep your legs together. Make sure you're pushing through your toes. Make sure you don't squish your Jigglypuff. That would not be very cool for them. But keep going. Make sure we're warming up. After our 20, let's switch to jumping jacks. Let's do 10 of them. Making sure our arms are going over our head, just like this. I'm not counting. Cool. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to place our arms up to the side like this. And we're going to do a small arm circle. And then a really big arm circle. Like this. And then we're going to do both really big. And now go forward. Feel free to place your Jigglypuff back on your table. And twist your upper body like this. Arms front to back, making sure every time we go back, we're trying to push back as hard as we can so we're feeling a stretch in our arms and our shoulders. Now we're going to grab an arm, make sure it's straight, and pull it up to the side just like this. If you can't really feel a stretch, try and grab your wrist and pull it to the side. Now switch arms, straighten the other one out and pull it to the side, making sure it's straight, making sure if it's too easy, grab your wrist. Let me open up a window. It's really toasty in here. Cool. Now what you're going to do, stand a little bit in a straddle like this. Put one arm up above your head, and you're going to put one hand on your hip and reach up and over just like this. Now, this stretch, you are not trying to reach for your foot. You're trying to reach up and over to feel a stretch here, like so. If you reach for your foot, you're not getting a stretch. You're getting a different stretch, which we will do later. And a special guest. Arm up above your head. Reach over. Same thing, reaching up and over. Hey, Mo, what's up, bud? How's it going, dude? Reaching up and over, making sure we stay strong. And come down or come out. Legs in a straddle. As wide as you would like them. Make sure you are not falling over in your straddle. And you're going to reach down, try and touch one foot, making sure our legs stay straight. Our knees do not bend at all. And we are reaching for a foot. Like this. Hey, bud. I have a very special helper today. His name is Damo. And switch sides. Damien, make sure you switch sides, bud. Keeping your legs straight. Good. Nice job. Very good. Now you're going to... What is up, dude? Go. See you later. I'm doing a class, bud. I gotta do work. Okay, welcome back. Or it's me who's welcomed back. Hopefully I'm welcome. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a nice seat. Just like this. We are gonna keep our legs straight in front of us, like this. You can take your shoes off if you're wearing them. And you're going to bend one leg in, so you make a 4 with your legs. Or a P, or some unspecified character. And you're going to reach forward for your heel, trying to keep your legs straight, keep this foot. Oh, and he's back. Hey, buddy. And you're going to keep reaching, and you're going to grab your foot. Now, that leg that is bent over, you're going to roll out your ankle as much as you can. And you're going to hug your knee, pull it in tight. Make sure you're getting a stretch from this one. A lot of times when we do the hug our knee stretch, we just kind of like relax here and we think this is like our time to chill out. But no, this is actually a really good stretch. You have to pull your knee in really tight so you feel a stretch here. And if you don't feel it, you can bend your other leg up like this and pull your leg in. Now let's switch sides. Bend the other leg in like this and reach for your heel, keeping your leg straight, making sure your other foot stays against your knee, just like this, not over, not under. Now bend that leg. Take that bent leg, roll at your ankle. Make sure you're using your hand to help you roll your ankle, because it is really easy to just do this, but we actually get a better stretch if we use our hands. Now hug your knee, pull in tight. Good. Now, we are going to go up on our knees like this. We are going to put our hands on the ground in front of us, and we are going to push our hips to the ground, keeping our fingers facing forward, keeping our heels together, looking up at the ceiling like this, getting a nice stretch in our back. If you can, try and touch your feet to the back of your head. As you can see, I'm really close. And now you're going to lean back, getting your butt in the air, reaching your arms forward, pushing your armpits into the ground, like this. Now, shake out your arms a little bit, roll out your wrists a little bit, do the wave a little bit, shake your arms out a little bit, shake your head out a little bit. Now, put one foot in front of you, just like this, and lean forward, making sure our front leg is making a right angle like this. Our toes do not go behind our knee. We do not want to see this, because then you'll just lose balance and you're not really getting a very good stretch from that. So make sure your foot is in front, toes are in front of your knee, leaning forward, trying to push your back leg and your hips towards the ground. Now lean back, straighten your leg out, and reach forward for your toes. Now your front leg is straight, your back leg is Also straight, kinda. And now you're going to switch. Bring that other foot in front. Lean forward like this, making that right angle, toes in front of your knee, pushing your hips forward to the ground. And lean back, straighten that leg, reach for your toes. So this leg is completely straight. If you want to, you can point your toes, or you can flex your foot up and reach for your toes like that. Either one work. Now, you're gonna come out, you're gonna shake out your legs, you're gonna shake out your whole body, you're gonna do a couple spins, making sure you don't knock anything over in your house. Good. Now, time check. Let me find the time. Great, perfect, beautiful. Let's get started with our parkour. So, the first thing you're gonna need is you're gonna grab your Jigglypuff once again, and you're gonna grab a new friend, like this Pikachu. What you're going to do, so you're going to place them on the ground, and we're gonna start 4 of your own feet apart. So what that means, get rid of this real quick, is I will place one down, put my heel against it, and walk 1, 2, 3, 4, place the other one down. Now you have 4 of your own feet, distance between them. What we're going to do, so you're going to start out next to our Jigglypuff, or whatever you're using, which I'm assuming it's probably a Jigglypuff. You are going to keep both feet together. You're going to bend your knees, arms in front of you, swing your arms down, and then swing them forward, jump, and try and stick your jump like this. So you jump, stick. Now, when we stick a jump, we have to make sure we are squeezing all of our leg muscles. We stick our jumps to absorb our impact. So when we land, we don't want to be stiff like this, because then it's loud and hurts your knees, and it's not really a proper way to land. We have to make sure when we land, we are sitting back, sitting our bum back, bending our knees, but not too much. You don't want to overcompensate and land and go like this, because then that's also going to hurt your knees. You got to squeeze your quad muscles, which are these ones right here, and squeeze your butt muscles as you sit back. Now, I'm going to put my shoes back on. Let me untie them and retie them. Just kidding, they're slip-ons. Just kidding, enough of these jokes. Now, both feet together again. You have to do this jump 5 more times with a proper stick. So, arms back, swing forward, stick. Notice when I land, I did not move. I stayed in the spot. It wasn't too loud. I didn't make a stomping sound. Now, some people might have downstairs neighbors like I do, so you got to make sure you're being as quiet as possible. You don't want to wake them up. They're probably sleeping at 3 o'clock. So, let's do it again. Swing forward, sit back, nice stick. If we feel as though this is too easy, 1 foot, move it back. Now it's 5 of your own feet, making it more challenging depending on the space and your skill level. And swing, stick, jump, turn, swing, stick. Just like that. Hey, good workout there. Next, what we're going to do is we can keep these dudes the same distance. Now you're going to crouch down like this, and we're going to work on something called a ground calm. So what you have to do is you have to dive forward onto your hands, push off the ground, and bring your feet to where your hands were. So what it's going to look like is this. You go dive, hands, feet. So let's do it again. Crouch down, reach your hands in front, like this. Jump forward. Think of it kind of like a burpee, but in fast motion, going forward. Crouch down, dive forward, push. Now you're going to try that 3 times. Make sure every time you do it, you are pushing off the ground as much as you can. You don't want to slap the ground. You don't want to just try and pick your hands up as fast as you can. You have to push and pop off the ground if you want to be able to get your feet forward. Things to avoid. We do not want a frog jump, which should be going down, touching your hands to the ground, picking your hands up, and then jumping. It has to be a jump to your hands, then bring your feet forward. Like this. Yeah. Ta-da. Very cool. Amazing. Good work out there. I didn't see those three, but I bet they're amazing. So, now, what's next? Ground kongs are super easy. You've done them so many times. Why can't we finally learn something new? I'll show you. It's going to be a ground kong. However, it's a ground kong with a challenge. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to do a kong, push off the ground as hard as you can, and bring your feet to land where your Pikachu is, or whatever you are using. So I'm going to move it forward one more foot, just because I'm going to start off easy. You're going to crouch down at your Jigglypuff, and you're going to reach your hands forward, push off the ground, and land your feet next to your second object. So you'll go push, feet next to it like that. Now, on a very basic level, this is the intro to a Kong Pre. A Kong Pre means Kong Precision, which is a Kong vault, if you're familiar with that move, into a precision like you would be landing a jump. So, do that a couple more times. Crouch down, reach your arms forward, push off the ground, bring your feet to the second object, and stand up. Like that. Good. I bet those were great. Hey, keep up the good work, pal. I don't know who's watching this, so you're doing great. Now let's move on. Actually, wait, no, try that one more time. Good work. Make sure you're pushing through your toes, pushing off your hands. Good job. Good work, Lucas. You're doing good.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. Now, let's move on to something a little bit different. Not super different, but just a little different. Let me get my mat back. Now, if anyone would need a water break, feel free to go and grab some really quick. Or have your parent or guardian or your brother or your sister or your hamster go get it for you. Now's the time while I'm setting up. Cool, I'm all set up now. Very cool. Put this back a little bit. Perfect. All right. The next thing we're going to work on, now that we have done our Kong precisions, or our intro to ground kongs. Now, feel free to, after this video, you are allowed to rewatch it if you would like some extra pointers. You are allowed to film it and send it in to us, and we can view it and give feedback as to how you can make it look nicer, or work better, or be safer. And feel free to practice over and over and over. Just because this video ends doesn't mean you have to stop practicing. Now, in order to get really good at parkour or any sport ever in the entire world, with the exception of like maybe curling, you need to be strong. You need to have a lot of strength. So what we're going to start with is our conditioning. You're going to start with your two objects, your Jigglypuff and your Pikachu, in front of you like this, about your shoulder width apart. So I can actually move it a little closer. You're going to go into a push-up position and do shoulder taps. But instead of tapping your shoulder, you are tapping the two objects in front of you. Like this. Push up. Tap. 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 Just like that. Count 1 every time you tap once. You have to do 20 of them. Probably get started right now. What you're going to do as you do it is you have to make sure you're squeezing your core tight. You want to avoid moving side to side every time you are tapping to lift your hands up and moving your hips like they're rocking like a boat. We don't want that. We want you to squeeze tight and try and stay strong. This is a core exercise. You're going to feel it in your core if you don't move. Now, what I also want to see is your back legs are together, try and get your heels together and push your heels back towards the ground. So your heels won't actually be able to touch the ground, but it's going to help you keep your legs straight and stabilize your body. Avoid positions like an arch position, like a seal stretch, and avoid a mountain position while doing this. Try and stay straight as you do your shoulder taps. Now, assuming we have almost done 20, I'll give you one more second. Good, that was 1 second. We're going to move on to our next exercise. If I'm going too fast, feel free to take your time and just rewind the video if that's possible. I don't know how this works. Now, go into a push-up position again with both hands in between your two objects. So, I'm going to go like this in my push-up position. And now I'm going to move outside, inside, and that's 1. Now, outside, inside, that's 2. You have to do, say, 12 of those. You count 1 every time you go inside. So you go out, in, 1, out, in, 2. Just like that. Now, things to avoid. Same thing as the other drill. You are not going to push your hips into the ground. You don't want to look like a seal. And you don't want to look like a mountain. You want to be strong like this. Straight. Pushing those heels to the ground. Moving side to side on your hands. Move one hand at a time. That would be the easiest way. You don't want to pop up. That's way too tricky. Now, the next thing we're going to do is you need someone to hold your feet. So that way you can do this the best you possibly can. So, my feet are going to be on the ground like this. I'm going to take my Pikachu and Jigglypuff, and they're going to hold my feet just like this. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put one in between there, and I'm going to hold the other one. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down like this. I'm going to go all the way up and tap it. Now, this is just a sit-up, but this is forcing you to go all the way up, and it's making it so you don't hold on to your legs. While you're doing the sit-up, try and keep it to your chest like this, and then reach. You do not want to grab your legs as you go down and go up, because that is cheating. You have to make sure you're going all the way down like this. And then you want to try and not use your arms too much. So if I'm going up and I'm going like this, I'm throwing my arms forward and I'm not really getting the exercise where I need to get it. So you're going to go down like this, and you're going to go up, squeezing your ab muscles to bring you up, and tap. We should be doing 15 of these. You go up and tap. Up, squeezing your core muscles. Try and squeeze your legs together the best you can, making sure they're not lifting up every time you do it. Try and make sure your butt is not coming up off the ground when you do your sit-ups. You want to stay tight to the ground. Doing 15 of those, I think, is what I said. Cool. Now, give you a little second to do that, maybe a couple of them. And you're gonna take one of your things. Make sure if you're not using something that's squishy, you don't need it for this, but I like to use this for this next drill. It is just a push-up, once again, but this is making sure you're going down as far as you can. You're gonna get back into your push-up position. You're gonna go all the way down. Your chest is going to push off the Jigglypuff, and you're going to go all the way back up, keeping your body as tight and straight as possible. So we'll look like this. Go all the way down, all the way up. Now, I'm not laying down when I do this. You have to do 10 of those, by the way. But I'm not laying down when I do this. I'm just tapping my chest to the Jigglypuff. I'm not just giving up and then pushing up. I have to be down, hold, up. Like this. Down, hold, up. Down, hold, up. Just like that. Once again, don't make a mountain. Don't make a seal. Although both those things are cool. And really, in any other situation, not really related. You don't want to be one right now. Unless you really want to be a mountain. I don't know how you become one, though. All right. Cool. Let me get a time check. Let me get one of those. All All right, cool. Okay, friends. Thank you for tuning in. That is all the time we have for the Parkour 1 class right now. Join us next time, which I think is Thursday, maybe Friday. I don't know. I should really learn that. Not a good thing to say live. Join us next time when we do Parkour 1 skills. Every single class will be different warm-ups, different, maybe similar stretches, but different warm-up, different skill of the day, different conditioning. It'll be a good time. Hope you're enjoying your quarantine. Hopefully life will resume eventually. Who knows? Kind of stuck on pause. Not the point. Enjoy the rest of your day and make sure you send in videos of your kiddos doing these skills so we can view them and track them and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you later. Peace out.